Hello YouTube, this is DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing my Christmas haul video for 2016, which I didn't really go too crazy on Christmas this year, as I do have a few large purchases planned for the beginning of 2017, but I did grab a few DVDs and Blu-rays, and a few of those Funko Pop figures I quite like to collect, which I'll showcase on my second channel, Vinyl Reviews. Anyway, let's begin with the Blu-rays. So first up we have Season 2 of Better Call Saul, a really great opening to the season. I absolutely loved the first episode, and a really great continuation onwards from the fairly underwhelming finale of Season 1. Not that it was bad, but in comparison to the Season 2 cliffhanger, it's definitely more interesting, and I cannot wait to see how that transpires in the third season. But overall, a really nice Blu-ray release, all 10 episodes spread over 3 discs, and the Blu-rays have a 4th bonus disc with some exclusive content, which is quite interesting. And yeah, I really enjoyed this, a really great spin-off to Breaking Bad, as I've said before, and I'll have to review Breaking Bad and Season 1 of Saul at some point very soon. But Season 2 would highly recommend, absolutely amazing show. Next up we have Season 2 of The Flash, which I marathoned this full season over Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and finished this off on the 27th. It was an amazing marathon. First couple of episodes were a little bit rocky, but the rest of it was amazing, and when Zoom was introduced, the main villain of this season, that was incredible, and I really like that character, very interesting villain. And overall this season was amazing, so much better than Season 1. The special effects seem to have gotten a little bit better, and the metahumans are very interesting, and I loved the return of Gorilla Grodd, which apparently that character is returning in Season 3 as well, so I cannot wait to check that out at some point. So that's Season 2 of The Flash, really cool little 4-disc Blu-ray set. Next up, sticking with the theme of the DC CW shows, we have Season 4 of Arrow. Not watched any of this yet, apart from the Arrow crossover episode, which is actually featured on this Flash box set, so you do get an extra episode in case you're not into Arrow, perhaps, since some of the crossover episodes are Part 1 and then Part 2 on the other show. But yeah, Season 4 of Arrow, I've heard both good and bad about this, some very bad, and I did check out the individual episode ratings on IMDb, and the finale has, I think, 5.6 out of 10, which is insane. Usually the finales have the highest ratings for these shows. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to check out where this season went wrong and how it went right, so I'll give my thoughts on that in a review very soon, perhaps. And last up for the Blu-rays, we have Season 1 of Star Wars Rebels, which honestly, this is not a show that I would have checked out myself, but a good friend of mine did recommend checking it out. Apparently this is now canon to the Star Wars movies, and overall it did have quite a good rating, so I thought I'd give it a chance, and I'm very glad that I did. Overall, not a bad little cartoon series. It is basically just filler between Episode 3 and Episode 4, or more accurately now, between Episode 3 and Rogue One. But overall, this is not a bad little series. I really enjoyed it. The diverse characters are absolutely hilarious, some really interesting choices for characters. Quite like the main character Ezra. Sabine is very cool. I quite like Chopper, sort of the comic relief of the series, along with Zeb as well. And they have really great chemistry together, and this season overall was great. 15 episodes spread over 2 Blu-ray discs, and I'll have to grab Season 2 as soon as possible. This was overall a really great little season, so that is Season 1 of Star Wars Rebels. Let's move on to DVDs. First up for the DVDs, we have American Dad Volume 11, which unfortunately I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, but it contains 18 episodes spread over 3 discs, and actually contains one of my favourite episodes of American Dad, and that is Holy Shit, Jeff's Back, so I cannot wait to check out that episode again, and of course the rest of them will be hilarious. So that is Volume 11 of American Dad. Next up we have Arrested Development Season 4, the rebooted Netflix series of Arrested Development, which of course I think this came out in 2013 if I'm not mistaken. Haven't watched any of this yet, but it's another 3-disc set. And I really enjoyed Seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Arrested Development, so let's see if they can still retain the comedy, which I'm really hoping they can, because people have had many mixed opinions on this season, so I'll check it out for myself very soon. Next up we have Series 7 of Not Going Out. I love this comedy. Lee Mack is one of my personal favourite comedians, and this season still holds up very strong to the others. Season 6 was very surprising after Tim Vine left the show, and Season 7 and still going. It's an amazing show. I've only checked out the first disc of episodes, which is 6 episodes, and I still have the others to go. But yeah, overall, I love this show, definitely recommend it. one of my favourite British comedies, so that is Series 7 of Not Going Out. The last two DVDs are two huge heavy hits of nostalgia for me personally, beginning with one of my all-time favourite childhood shows, and that is the complete series of Top Cat, which I had no idea this had a DVD release as a huge box set. I have, I think, Volume 2 separately on DVD, which I haven't watched in years, but I had no idea this full thing had a DVD release, and I was very surprised that there were only 30 episodes of this show. When I was growing up watching this, there seemed to be loads. But yeah, Top Cat is one of my all-time favourite childhood TV series, and surprisingly holds up very well. The animation is great, the comedy is fantastic, and I really enjoyed watching a few of these episodes. Haven't watched the entire thing, I've just seen about 3 episodes so far, but I love this series. Really memorable moments of Top Cat from when I was younger, and I cannot wait to relive some of those nostalgia moments. So that is the complete series of Top Cat. Might do a review of this at some point very soon, because I really want to. It's just something I would love to discuss in further detail. And the last thing isn't something that I grabbed for Christmas, but I grabbed this a couple of days after, and that is Volume 6 of Tom and Jerry, a very bizarre little buy for me, because I did have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 in a little box set altogether, which you might have been able to see in my very early videos from 2011 when I was about 12, 13 years old. So why Volume 6 in particular? Well, my partner, she actually reminded me of one of my favourite Tom and Jerry episodes, and that is Advance and Be Mechanized. Really cool little space adventure episode of Tom and Jerry, and I really loved that episode. It stuck with me all these years. I loved the soundtrack to that episode, and it was great rewatching that. And I haven't watched any of the others yet, which I might flick through these and see if any of the others spark any memories. But Volume 6 in particular was just a great little buy. I think £1.58 on Amazon using Amazon Prime. I renewed my Amazon Prime membership as a Christmas present to myself. But yeah, Volume 6 of Tom and Jerry, quite a bizarre little buy, but I had to check out that episode, and it was great. So that's pretty much it for my Blu-rays and DVDs. And here is a brief overview of the stuff that I shall be showing on my second channel, Vinyl Reviews, so you can click the link in the description to see the video of this stuff. And people have been asking about my DVD collection again. When will I be making an updated DVD collection video? Which the shelves honestly haven't really changed too much. They're just really unorganised at the moment, and the stacks at the bottom are very unorganised too. But the setup is still pretty much the same, and I will rectify this and make an updated collection video at some point very soon in the new year. And that's pretty much it for DVD Review Studios for 2016. I hope everybody's enjoyed the channel content this year. Updates and plans for next year's content, I don't really have too many, to be honest. A DVD collection overview, as I mentioned, would be a good idea for the beginning of the year, along with a Blu-ray collection overview perhaps, since my last one was in either April or May 2016, and it would be good to show how the collection has expanded since then. And overall, of course, reviews and monthly Blu-ray and DVD updates will be retained on the channel. I would like to reintroduce the top 10, since I kind of missed out on doing some of those this year, and it would be really good to start a book versus film segment, which I've been planning for the past month, where I compare a book to a movie adaptation, and of course discuss the differences and which one I think is better perhaps. So that would be good. I might begin that with either A Clockwork Orange or Fight Club, or even one of my favourite novels, Crime and Punishment, so we'll see how that goes in the new year. So, thanks for watching as always. I really do appreciate all the comments, views, likes, and criticisms, and most of all those who subscribe to the channel. It really is much appreciated. I love interacting with so many fantastic people on this account, and I would also like to thank everybody who's gone over to my second channel, Vinyl Reviews, and subscribed over there, which that channel recently hit over 1,100 subscribers, which is madness. So I really do appreciate all the support for both channels. And thanks for watching this video. I hope everybody had a great holiday with the festivities, and a Happy New Year to all my fellow viewers and subscribers.